You don't need confidence to create content. You don't even need solid ideas per se. You just have to be a thinking person, and you need a way to capture those thoughts before they disappear from you. In this video, I'm going to show you the simple system I use to create content, even when I feel like I have no idea what to say, I have no confidence, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I still create content. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, and by the end of the video, you'll know exactly how to do it too. You'll know how to turn your thoughts into videos, scripts, posts that you can use every single day across all social media. So for a very long time, I would struggle with content ideas of what to say. I would just stare at a blank page, not knowing exactly what to do or what to say. And if you are building a business online, this is something that you have to do. If you are building anything meaningful online, you have to write online. You have to create content online, because this is how you attract your people to you. And when I say your people, I mean your customers. If you are building anything tangible, you need to get comfortable with creating content online. So you might find out that it's easy for you to do at the beginning, but with time you might discover that it's just not the flow. The flow is going away. The flow is disappearing with time, and that's a problem, because you need constant content creation. So if you find yourself stuck in this place like I used to be, then this video is for you. Everything changed for me when I stopped thinking about content creation in a straight line manner. So one day during one of my morning walks, I just realized that I was in this frequent hell of content creation dilemma. I didn't know what to post, but then I realized that I had been thinking about this thing for about 30 minutes. I was trying to decide which direction to take my business. I was trying to decide what kind of content I should even be creating. I was trying to decide if I should be following trends, if I should. It was just a whole thing up here in my head. And so I decided, you know what? How about you just record yourself speaking? Because I could feel myself gradually being nudged towards a certain direction. And so I started to record. And as I was recording myself talking, it was like I was telling my problems to someone. And so even while I was talking, I started to get clarity. And by the end of my walk, I hadn't necessarily come down to a conclusion on what to do, but I had bounced off a lot of ideas off of myself, because yes, I was talking to myself, I was recording what I was saying. By the time I got home, I got the transcript of the audio recording of these things that I said to myself, and I just copy pasted everything onto ChatGPT and asked it to make sense of everything. And guess what? It was like a light bulb moment, because while I couldn't by myself, because my thoughts were all over the place, while I had not connected the dots yet, ChatGPT helped me to just make everything more cohesive. And then suddenly it was like I could post three different things from just this one. From just this one transcript, I could post three different valuable post ideas, valuable posts. And that was where it all came down to me. And I'm like, that was the beginning of the end of my problem with content creation ideas. And since then, I have refined this process to help me basically cause make content creation into an automated quick process. And so I no longer have to struggle with content creation anymore. And now my new problem is, what do I post? Will this make will this resonate with my audience more, or should this be done this week, or should this be done? This past week I've been very busy at work, and I haven't been able to go through my regular routines. I haven't been taking my walks. I haven't been consuming the type of data that I would usually consume, that opens my mind and gives me ideas. I haven't done any of that this week. But my content creation has not stopped. I have still been active on LinkedIn and posting there. Everything I posted on LinkedIn this week is from some of the old things I had written in the past, because I have this bank of things I have written simply because I have been using this system that I'm about to give to you right now. So now, without further ado, I'm going to tell you the exact system I use to basically automate content creation effortlessly. This system is broken down into 3 steps. The first step is to catch the idea before it leaves your head. Speak your thoughts out in order to catch it. Now, this idea could be anything. It will come from books that you are reading. If you remember, in the past, I've spoken about pursuing your interest, reading books about it, watching videos about it, talking about it, joining conversations about it. While you do this, you find out that you're having ideas of your own. You're having perspectives. You have things to say about this one thing that people are talking about, or that exists. You have your own point of view of what to say about this. So while you're thinking about it, you could capture these thoughts as they come to you. So like I said, these ideas would typically be nothing refined. It might just be something that you're thinking about, like, I can't decide if I'm for or against this one particular idea. Am I for it or am I against it? On one hand, I'm thinking this is like this, and on the other hand, I'm thinking, you see, as you're thinking about it, you are saying something. So I think the idea here is to just, rather than thinking in your head, say it out loud and then hit record. So this could be anything that gives you pause, anything like I said that you are thinking about, talking about. When when you're reading a book or you're watching a video and you pause and you'll be like, that kind of makes sense, or I don't particularly agree with this particular one thing. I think it would rather be like this. Anything that just gives you pause, that you're thinking about actively, think it out loud. For me, this comes from books, majorly from books, sometimes from videos, and sometimes from conversations I have with people online. I just find myself talking about this one thing, repeating myself over and over, and I'm like, why is this? Or I find myself getting this new idea from a book, and I'm pausing, and I'm like, should I be taking this direction in my business? Is this something I should be thinking about? The process of saying it out loud, that is what we want. We want to ensure that we are speaking out. So that is the first step. Speak out. Speak your thoughts out. Step 2 is to record yourself. Now, from the first step, like I said, you have to form the habit of speaking your thoughts out. So now, when you're speaking out, you don't want to speak into the void. You want to capture it. So hit record. You can do the audio recording with anything. It can be with the audio recorder on your phone. There's a small snag. If you use that, then you have to manually transcribe the video. And for someone like me, I might have a 35-minute voice note. So that's a lot of audio to transcribe by hand. So, and I don't have time for that, honestly speaking. So if you typically have short voice notes, that's fine. You could use your hand, but I recommend using AI. You could use Google Docs, but that feature is only on your laptop, so it's not really something that you can utilize on the go. That's the first thing. You can use Google Docs, but it only works on your desktop. That's the only place where you find the option for voice typing, where you just speak into the audio of your laptop and it will transcribe what you're saying in real time. So let's say you're taking a walk or you're outside and you just get this idea. You can't do that on the go. It has to be you can't do that on the go. You can only use that while you're at home. So the next, and honestly this is my favorite option, is using Otter AI. Otter AI it has a desktop version, yes, but it works on my phone perfectly fine. So I would just go to Otter AI and record. Otter AI is not a free product, it's paid, but their free plan is more than enough for you to do what I'm asking you to do with it. By the way, this is not a sponsored post. I mean, if you want to sponsor me, go ahead, but this is not a sponsored post. This is what I use. I use Otter AI. So what I would typically do, I have the app on my phone. I'll just hit record. So I record on the app, and then the app will automatically transcribe what you're saying. And I even find, having used both Otter AI and Google Docs, I find that Otter AI is even better in picking the things that I'm saying, So when I use Google Docs, sometimes it will misspell, or some, not really misspell, I feel like it's mishearing what I'm saying, and so it's not transcribing properly. Other persons might not, maybe other persons that sound different from me might not have this problem, but this is something I have noticed. Otter AI perfectly picks what I say, and then I get the transcripts of the audio, and then I export. Exporting is free as well. You can copy from there, put it on your Google Docs, put it wherever, or copy paste directly onto ChatGPT. So this transcript is going to form the foundation for your post. The third step is to turn the audio into words. Like I said, Otter AI does this automatically. I will just click export, and it would export the transcript for me. You could copy it and paste it wherever. So this text now is going to form the foundation for your post. If you want to do it by yourself, read through what you have said. Yes, read through, because now you're reading the text format. If you want to read through what you have said by yourself manually, go for it. It might help you have a better, it might deepen your perspective on that particular thing that you're talking about. But if you don't have the time, you could as well paste it onto ChatGPT and tell it to make sense of what it is that you were talking about. And I kid you not, more often than not, you will get ideas. ChatGPT will tell you, it seems as if this is what you were trying to talk about, or it seems as if you are struggling with this, and this. You could even tell ChatGPT, okay, what kind of post or something of value can I make from this audio recording or from this transcript, and you would be amazed at the things that would come out. So this is not to say you take everything ChatGPT gives you and just copy paste it onto your social media. No, that is not what I'm saying. But if you were struggling with content ideas before, I kid you not, you would have content ideas from this. So you would build on it. You can be like, oh, this one thing ChatGPT said, no, I'm not really vibing with that. Let's go this way. Let me do this. Let me do this. You just have so many ideas, and then you can build on it from just one recording. Now, this is why this helps with confidence. I don't know about you, but for me, if I've not done something before and I'm trying to talk about it, I'm not very confident in it. Even my videos, I don't read from a script. I just have an outline. I'm looking, my laptop is right here. I have an outline, and I will just look at the next thing I'm supposed to talk about, and then I will just pick from the heart. So I find myself, I'm more confident that way when I'm not reciting from a script. I don't know, some persons might have a different school of thought or a different idea on that, and they feel like, no, it's better when you read from a script, but that is simply not my vibe. So like I said, for me, my confidence comes from when something has been internalized. So everything I say are things that have gone through me, that has passed through me, are from my experiences, things that I've done and I have tried, so I can easily and confidently talk about them. Even when I get a script on my laptop, I'm not reading from the script. No matter how I take that's why I don't even bother anymore. No matter how I take my time to write a script, at the end of the day, when I hit record, I'm talking from here. So what's the point? I just get an outline and then I follow it. So that is why it helps me with confidence, because I feel confident when I'm just speaking from here or speaking from here. You can't do that if something has not become a part of you, unless you're a fraud. It's very difficult for you to confidently speak about something that you know nothing about. So it's when you have internalized it, it's when you have talked about it, it's when you have, evolved with it. That is how your confidence is built. Also, so when you do this, when you record your thoughts like this and you turn them into content, you find out that because this is basically something that you were thinking up here, you're just confident about it because you were there. So this will build your confidence because you're not staring at a blank page. So another way this helps to build my confidence is because it's like a safe space for me to think and strategize and evolve my thoughts into coherent ideas that will help the people that are listening to me. So it's a safe space. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be refined. It's just something I'm thinking, and then something comes out of it that is very beautiful and very thoughtful and very helpful. Not to mention, because you're starting with thoughts that are yours, there's no way you won't be confident about it. So if you're a thoughtful person, when I say thoughtful person, I mean if you're a person that is open to learning, if you're a person that has internalized agency, if you're someone that has taken agency over your own life and you're actively learning new things, then trust me, your best content is already up here. It's not outside of you, it's already inside you, and all you need is a way to automate letting these things out of you. All you need is a way to make creating these things into content part of you. When you start capturing your ideas this way, you train your brain to do this more often and more easily. And then you find out that the process just becomes seamless. Ideas brings more ideas, and eventually this would also happen with confidence if confidence is something that you're struggling with, because it's a loop. When these ideas bring ideas, you start to become confident that, yeah, I'm doing this thing I said I was going to do, and oh, it's so easy. You will be confident in doing something if you find it easy to do, and it becomes easy by doing it in this way, or by doing it constantly and continuously and consistently. The video is not over until I've brought everything down to consistency, obviously. If recording your thoughts is not something you do and you are still struggling with content creation, then I urge you to try it. This entire video came from one recording that I made while taking a morning walk, maybe last week or last 2 weeks, and I still have 2 more ideas sitting from that same recording. So I know what I'm talking about when I tell you to try this. So if you struggle with content creation and you have 0 ideas and 0 confidence, start from here. If you have a thought, if you have an idea, if you have anything that interrupts your regular pattern and gives you pause, something you don't understand, something you're thinking about, an idea just came to you, speak out loud. Think out loud. Think out loud. Hit record. Capture your thoughts. Distill into transcripts and start from there. Think about it. Repeat the loop. Continue this cycle, and you will find that it's easier for you. And you will find that it's easier for you to turn your thoughts and your ideas into content. Trust me, there are people out there that want to listen to you. Before you know it, you stop worrying about what to create and you start worrying about which to post. So if you're interested in building a business online and you're just starting, you have 0 followers, nobody knows who you are, or you want to use what you have learned from this video into building an audience online from scratch with 0 followers, you should try and watch this video. I'm going to put it somewhere at the ending. It's going to help you to learn how to build an audience online with 0 followers. Thank you for watching. My name is Tess, and I help new aspiring solopreneurs to build a business online through consistent weekly action. That's all for now from me. Bye.